Welcome to the Soapbox Sessions. Imagine this, an open and free internet where voices are never silenced, where causes aren't shadow banned, and where no one can be deplatformed. It's real, it's here, and it's happening on Nostr. So what exactly is Nostr? It's a worldwide community of everyday people working to decentralize the internet. On Nostr, you can build websites, communities, social networks, apps, and more. One login works everywhere, you own it, and no one can take it away. No more juggling dozens of platforms, chasing audiences, or managing a giant password list. And the cherry on top? Nostr allows for built-in digital payments that can come from anywhere in the world. On Nostr, value flows as freely as ideas. We're hooked on decentralizing the web, and we think you will be too. So now, let's hear from your hosts, Derek Ross and Heather Larson, who are working to grow Nostr one vibe at a time.
Welcome to Soapbox Sessions. Today is March 4th, 2026, and we're here with your weekly dose of all things decentralized social and AI. Soapbox Sessions is our soapbox about what's new, what's cool, and what's coming. We want to make it easy to understand and keep you up to date with everything happening in the decentralized world of social communication and AI as we work to rebuild the internet.
Yeah. What's up, Derek?
Hey, Heather.
How
Well,
are you doing?
I'm a little stuffy, so I apologize in advance if I sound like I'm holding my nose when I talk.
Cooties.
It's
Good thing we're on
it's that
different
time
sides
of
of the
year,
country.
you know.
Yeah.
The temperature's starting to change. One day here in Pennsylvania, it's 10. The next day, it's 50. So when the temperature fluctuates like that, like I get all sorts of stuff.
That sounds like
I got that
Kansas.
going on right now.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous here. We had a heat streak there for the weekend. It was hot. Now it's like spring again. Happens every
Well,
year. People
it's
get excited about it. Or it's like their new year or
yeah.
something.
It's raining right now, but it's in the 40s, so it's kind of dark and dreary and cold.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
like
it's not good. I want
Midwest
some
spring.
warm.
Come
I'm
visit,
excited for
man.
some warm weather.
Well,
Well,
you can
actually,
hit the golf
next
course with
week
me.
I'm going down to Texas and Austin,
Hey,
so maybe
that's
it'll be a little
way
warmer
better.
down there.
There you go. It's a
Yeah.
big week in Austin next week. I'm glad you're going. Get to go see some of our friends and hang
Yeah,
out.
South by
Southwest.
Southwest is going on. I'm
Awesome.
going to see
That's
some members of the
huge.
Divine team, so I'm excited to see them.
Divine's
They're
gonna
having
be
a
at South by
panel. I'm not going to
Southwest.
see the panel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Derek's booked up.
Unfortunately, I'm going to miss that panel. I wanted to catch it, but I cannot. I'll be there for
Well,
Bitcoin
you know what?
Takeover. I'm going to be speaking on a panel about the convergence of Bitcoin and AI and payments and all that good
Great.
stuff. So I'm looking forward
Someone's
to
got to
doing
do
that
it.
at Bitcoin Takeover. That should be fun.
Ooh, are you going to go to the Pleb Lab Startup Rodeo? That's happening too. You know, this big Austin
No,
event.
there's all
I mean,
sorts of
you
stuff going
could.
on there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to.
I know.
Well,
You
I'm
should get
going to get
you have
in
so many
after that.
apps. You could go to startup school
And
at
then
Pleb Lab
there's
with your apps. Like you
another
could do so many.
AI event that's happening
Oh,
Monday.
so
I'm going to miss that event too. There's a AI Hack for Freedom event that's happening Monday at Bitcoin Park, Austin. So there's all sorts of AI
you
stuff. The
can't make
rodeo
that?
you mentioned, and then there's I can't stay there for a whole week, unfortunately.
Okay.
I booked my flight before like all these other things started popping up. So I
You know, that is the
actually
thing in this
need to
space.
leave
Everyone
on the
is
14th.
so last minute in the Bitcoin-ish space. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. Bitcoin, Nostr, open source,
Yeah.
development space. Everything is last minute. We need to stop that. But I've been saying that for like a year.
Well,
So nobody
Th-
listens
That's
to me.
okay though, Heather, because I am leaving on the 14th to drive down to Houston for the 14th and the 15th. It's only like a
Ooh.
2.5 hour drive. And when I'm
Uh-huh.
there, I'm going to be hanging out at the Soapbox
Oh.
HQ,
What?
and I'm going to be doing some soapboxing, some IRL soapboxing. We're
Now
going to,
soapboxing in here. Oh, so you're missing my Runster event in DC then. You're not going. I see how it is.
no, I thought that was the 15th, is it not?
Yeah, it's the 15th. You just said
So
you're
I'll
gonna be in Houston.
be back the 15th.
Oh,
And
okay.
what time's the Runster event?
It's all morning though. It's like, okay, I know you're not gonna do the run. The run's early, but then doors open at Pubkey at 10 in the morning, and you can see the cool stuff around noon, like Ainsley and
What day of
Catherine
the
and
week is
David
that on? That's
Tarr.
on Sunday,
That's a
right?
Sunday. That's a Sunday, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be missing that. I'm going to be
The look on his
hanging
face.
out at
You'll be
I'll be hanging
interested.
out at Soapbox HQ making
Okay.
videos and all sorts of stuff. So
All right.
I have a busy day.
You
I have
gotta
a
do
busy
stuff.
day.
And we're making you work
Yeah.
like
I
7
gotta
days a week, and then I'm mad because you can't go to my thing in DC and
Yeah,
Globetrot.
like
Okay.
it's a
I'll
weekend.
get
And I'm
over
gonna
it.
be working. Like
I'll get over it.
Saturday and Sunday, Morgan and MK Alex
Thought
and
we were
we're gonna
friends, bro.
make some videos. So unfortunately I'm gonna miss the Runster event. I
Well,
want to be there. I
we
do.
do need the videos, though. I do need you people working. So, I mean, I win either way.
Yeah.
Stuff gets
You know
done
what?
either
I
way.
just had a great idea. How about
Okay.
if I teach Morgan how to do zaps
Yes,
that day?
this was a private discussion earlier, but we need to talk about this because I want to see how Morgan absorbs the zappery of Nostr. I think she's very. I wouldn't call her
And
normie, but she's uninitiated.
we combine
that's
these
it.
together, right? Like
Yes.
yeah, so we combine these events together. So we were gonna do
Wait.
all sorts of like Nostr intro, tech introductions and stuff. I think so. I think it can wait a week.
I want to zap her now, dude.
I think that makes sense, right? To
Okay.
record this. And then we can slice and dice it and
We can
show
record it.
all the positives and then the massive
record it
amount of
virtual.
negatives of zaps.
We're gonna make our girl go another week
I think
without
that
zaps.
I think in
on
person it'll
Nostr.
be good.
All right, you two are on your own with that.
You know, she's gone this far. I think it'll be good.
She wants her Ditto to look good. We were talking this morning. She's like, I gotta get my Ditto to look good. So like that's the new user to Nostr interpreting the Ditto, the new Ditto, which the world has not seen yet, but we have.
You know what? I know what she's talking about. When I was looking at a couple people's profiles yesterday, and I click on their profile, and it's a blank, like dark black profile, and I was like, oh, this person hasn't customized their profile yet.
We are eliminating.
And then I go to another person's
ugly.
profile, and I'm like, oh, this person hasn't customized.
Derek, when we said we were going to rebuild the internet, we meant we were also going to make it pretty too. We were also going to make it visually appealing. We were going to bring back design, themes, but nostalgia.
We have to go back.
It's full circle, really, and there's a whole movement about this, which is a whole other story. But I
Nostalgia
wanted to talk about
wins.
Ditto too. Yeah, I think the world's on fire.
Nostalgia wins.
Yeah.
I think that
we want the time before everything was on fire.
Like to relive our youth, as they say.
I think for me, it's not even.
We want to go
like,
back to a better time, right?
I want the 90s again. The 90s amaze me more and more the further we get away from them. Because it was a time
sure,
war,
the 90s were cool.
Before terrorism, at least the level we have now.
What do you mean? We had war in the 90s. We literally invaded Iraq.
Not like we do now. Well, that was Desert Storm. I mean, that was before 9/11 and that level. Like, terrorism wasn't on
We were storming the desert in the 90s, Heather. I remember that.
1992.
I remember my dad coming to pick me up at Boy Scout camp, and he's like, hey, Derek, you want to know what happened in the world?
Yeah, but terrorism wasn't happening on our soil the way it happened after 9/11 and
Sure.
2 bombers and all that other stupid stuff that we've had since. And, the things that are absolutely ridiculous in retrospect, and at the time we spent so much time on them when they were happening.
But in the grand scheme of things, nostalgia is generally a good feeling. So people like to relive high points of their life, and this includes
the
high points of our tech
times.
life. And for a lot of us, yes, this is the late 90s and early 2000s of tech, when you could go and customize your MySpace page, your GeoCities page, all of these things, your Angel Fire page, all of this stuff.
Customization that we're
bringing it back
now. Yeah, we're bringing it back. The ability to kind of have your personality on your web page or whatever your social media that we had with MySpace. We all somehow knew how to do HTML when MySpace came along, so we could personalize our MySpace. I don't know how we all learned HTML like that. How did we just know? It was like something was in the water or something.
Well, there was web pages. HTML was much simpler.
Yeah.
And we had all sorts of tutorials that we would go and copy and paste text from and paste it into our MySpace page, and boom, it was pretty. It was custom.
It looked cool. You'd have glitter. You'd have sparkles on your page. You'd have some little animation thing.
Scrolling marquees. You know what? That's a profile widget we need to bring back. We need to bring back scrolling marquees. We need that for our Nostr profiles. They have to the cringy.
Hang on, what is that?
The cringier the better. What is what?
I had the Bitcoin Women conference going in the background, but I didn't realize it would just take over my fucking screen and start back up. Fuck, man, I can't win
Like
with
you were
the
watching,
machines. The machines are winning.
you were watching the video, and
Oh
well,
god,
that's a
it was.
sign. I
I
guess
have a
that's
lot
a
of
good
tabs
sign.
open.
Like quick. What is the Bitcoin price at right now? That's bullish. That's bullish for
It's
Bitcoin.
$73,000 conversion.
Man, all right, we're
It's
we're
up.
all rich again.
It's up
Okay,
like
let's go.
7% today. I can sell a
Yeah,
couple of
today
Bitcoin
is a
and
good
make
day.
a couple bucks. It's been down for a while, so I don't know. It's just who can watch the price? That's not my purpose on this earth to sit and watch the Bitcoin price. I want people to have
You know,
benefits of Bitcoin.
I don't look at the price. I see people in my feed talking about the price, and I'm like, oh, Bitcoin must be doing
It never
a
ends.
good or a bad.
Well, I get all these push
Yeah,
notifications from
there's always
Strike and
people
Cash
talking.
App. It lets me know exactly what's happening. You know, if it's going way down or way up. Like I get push notifications.
Strike does those as
Yeah.
well. They
Oh, yeah,
capitalize
that's-
on that. It's always the same thing. It's like when Bitcoin, does something good, it it's all it's always the same similar type of message. And then when Bitcoin's down, it's like one BTC is still one BTC.
But people get excited when it goes up, and that's usually when it goes up and it stays up on those occasions, that's when the family starts asking about it. Hey, tell me about the Bitcoin stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I don't hear from them again for a year
Well,
about Bitcoin.
this just gives me another good idea, is that maybe I want a Bitcoin widget on my custom profile. We should give people the opportunity to do
Oh,
that.
this is going to be awesome. I can already see where this is going. Yeah. How many custom widgets can I request? Because, I'm a person with like 2 or 3 or 4 podcasts. Can I pin them all to the top of my Ditto 2 page? That'd be great.
I think that you should be able to. It should be a custom field, and you pin it and add it, create it. Absolutely. I think that that's something that we want to add.
Put that on the wish list. Can you open an issue for that for me? I'll just trust you to do that.
I will tell my robot to do that. I opened like 38 issues yesterday.
Should I have my robot
open one more for you today.
There we go.
Yeah, have your robot call my robot.
I bring the issues.
Tell him what he wants.
This is what I do around here. I bring the issues. Apparently Derek's got like 30 more issues than I do.
Well, I spent all right. So this will be our segue into Ditto 2. What is Ditto 2? But I spent 3 hours yesterday literally clicking on every single button of every single page of the app. Like I did a deep dive live on stream. All 100%. I did it live on stream. It took me 3 hours, and
awesome.
I went over every single feature with the fine tooth comb and clicked literally on it.
3 hours worth of buttons?
Yes.
No shit.
So, those 3 hours worth of buttons gave me 38 bugs or features that needed to be fine tuned or that were inconsistent or kind of AI sloppy, things that need to be touched by a human.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was good. We need this to be done. We need the app to be consistent.
3 hours
we need it to work well. So yes, it was 3 hours well spent. Human testing. Yeah.
So you couldn't have your Claude bot do that?
Claudebot's not going to be able to figure out all these continuity issues and make sure things look the same. Like we still need. Yeah, like it's not going to be able to. Not yet.
God bless you, Derek.
Not yet. I like my human QA testing still.
You still have to. We're not building apps for bots. We're building apps for humans. Humans still matter. Damn it. We got a little nuts over the last month or so with our bot world.
We do matter. All right, so let's dig into what is Ditto 2, Heather. Why don't you give me your take on what Ditto 2 is?
My take on Ditto 2 is here is a Nostr app that's like an everything app. It's not just another Twitter alt. It does a lot more than that. And I can customize the look of it, which I appreciate. I can show my personality. But, the interoperability really shines through, I think, with Nostr. God, I don't want to go down this like jargony nerd rabbit hole, but I think every time a new Nostr app comes along, no jargon.
I'm going to hit the beeper every time you jargon.
Zap me. every time a new Nostr app comes
I need a
along, it
button.
obviously, in the interoperability scheme of things, automatically imports things like things I've bookmarked. Like the bookmark that immediately pops up is the last thing I bookmarked, which is something that Derek wrote on his Nostr that I thought I might want to come back to this later, at least repost this thing that Derek wrote. And it's just there when I sign up for Ditto 2, which is our new version of Ditto 1. And if you want to do a deep dive on soapbox.pub, if you're really nerdy, like we obviously wrote about it a year ago, but it was kind of like, hey, here's our answer to Twitter, but it's open and it's uncensorable, and therefore you can have a better experience. But like Ditto 2 is like the internet on crack, though, because of all of the features that you guys have been adding to it. And it's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe you'll say this better than I can, but isn't it kind of maybe not interoperable with Blue Sky or Mastodon, but there's a component there that works. Like if I wanted to embed a post on my Ditto that came from Mastodon or Blue Sky, it's going to look good and it's not going to look crappy. So it's going to make sense.
Yeah. So we're automatically rendering that and showing it. So if you post like a Twitter link or a Mastodon link or a Blue Sky link, we'll show it pretty to other users.
See, that's where things
It won't
need
just
to
be like
Yeah.
a URL. It'll look good.
Okay. So like things are going to start to look better, which I think is important, because if it looks better and the UX is good and the experience is good, I will stick with it, which I think has been, my opinion anyway, the problem with Nostr so far is sometimes the experience doesn't live up to people's expectations at this point of 2026 internet life.
I think for me, it's the fact that it's so easily customizable. Like I love the other stuff. I'm an other stuff maxi. I like all the other stuff, but the hardest part about the other stuff is user adoption, to get people to leave their kind one feed and then use another app.
What's a kind
So
one
for
feed?
years now, I've been trying to get people to put as much other stuff into their apps as possible.
Yeah.
So now we kind of did that.
Well, it's going to show your
We
Divine
have
videos too.
many,
My
many, many
Divine videos
features.
should show up, like
Sure.
provided I
Divine
log into the
videos
correct
will be in
account.
there. Absolutely.
So like,
Yeah, so
I
you
forget all
you
the
will
features.
see
I have to look
content
at
from
it.
various other applications, various other parts of the ecosystem that you don't normally see.
Mhm. That's what's going to be cool is, well, will it, I guess you should probably just run down the list of features that it has. Like, what can I do on Ditto that maybe I'm struggling to do now on, like, not even just Nostr, but just like other social media apps that people have. Like when you say kind one feed or whatever, you're really referring to what Twitter started, that Blue Sky does, that Mastodon does, but what Nostr does with Ditto.
Microblogging.
Yeah, microblogging. With Nostr, though, you get that. Plus, you get the video feed, and you can maybe like pin your podcast to the top of your feed, and you get the pin post aspect. And now with Ditto 2, I get to choose my theme. So I get to show my personality. Like I picked the grunge theme because, like we're
Yeah.
saying, nostalgia.
Sure, but you get to customize what your app looks like you said,
Mhm.
but we also get to customize the type of content that we see in our feed, and you get to customize some of the layout. So,
Yay.
for example, if you love photos and videos and that's all you care about, right? You don't care about anything else,
Mhm.
and that's all you want to see in your feed, you can essentially do that. You can
That's a
add the
thing,
photos
yeah.
section, you can add the photos content, you can add the video section, you can add the
Mhm.
video content. So we give you these different sidebar options that you can configure. So you can add the photos sidebar, and then boom, now you have a feed of photo content. If you want to add videos, like I said, boom, you add the video sidebar, and one click, boom, one tap, boom, you have all of your video content. And we do this for, like you said, Vine videos as well. We do this for trends. We do this for events. We do this for music. We do this for podcasts. Like the list goes on and on. We do this for everything.
If I ideally, like, let's say I'm just new to Nostr and I get on Nostr to somebody like Morgan, right? So let's say Morgan, she started her Nostr, she gets on Ditto, and Morgan is our coworker. And Morgan is new to the whole Nostr Bitcoin universe, right? So she's fresh, she's impressionable, she can just use all of our stuff and really get something out of it as somebody who's tired of big tech. So let's say Morgan gets on Nostr, she's got her account, she puts up her profile pic, you're gonna teach her Zaps next week. So let's say she brings in like her 10 friends, right? So then she and her 10 friends kind of create their own internet, their own experience, and maybe she and her friends, maybe they prefer the TikTok experience. So maybe they just start posting videos and they all follow each other. And now they're creating their web of trust together and they can interact with each other. And maybe they find more users that are into the things that they're into. And then they all start following that person. But everybody gets to interact in the way they want. And their profile on Ditto 2 is going to look the way they want it to look. And they're kind of taking back the internet and creating their own thing. And they have the freedom to do that. That's kind of how I envision it going forward.
Sure. They can then create a follow pack of them, their 10 friends that all post similar content, and they can have feeds of content of their content. They can make it so somebody can share and curate this list of people that all post similar content if they want to into a follow pack, then they can make that follow pack a feed. It's again really, really, really customizable. Things that you've always been able to do across a wide variety of apps, but you had to jump back and forth to do a lot of this. So now a lot of this is now brought into Ditto, allowing you to customize pretty much, like I said, the entire look and feel of the app and the functionality of the app. And the coolest part about all of this, right? So you make this custom content, custom feed, custom setup, layout, everything. You even go in and create your own theme. You create your own profile theme. And then if this is not enough user customization, you can click a button that says edit Ditto and Shakespeare and customize it even more.
You can use the AI vibe coding
that right there is wild. Like,
you can do it right now.
Customization and configuration are your jams, do we have a song for you? It's called Ditto.
There's actually a whole world on the internet that I found, like people who are fans of the indie web and trying to bring it back, and they're trying to bring back like the GeoCities, but it's called NeoCities. And so like I think a lot of people might actually want to play with this a little bit and really do that. Maybe not a lot of people, but it's a microcosm. It's a community of people who like to do that thing.
You know what would be cool? We're gonna come up with an addition to the marketing plan live on the air right now. It would be cool because I'm sure somebody has done this.
Marketing live.
Guarantee you that if you go to I forget what it's called. You said NeoCities. So there are websites that have old Angel Fire themes and old GeoCities themes.
Boy,
and I'm probably sure that somebody probably also has MySpace themes out there. If you could import all of those and convert all these existing nostalgic themes over to Ditto themes, boom.
Oh my God. That'd be
like we have I'll say we have like a dozen themes right now, and you can
how can we not
choose
find
them,
that?
you can customize them.
It seems like something we could easily find.
But what if we had all of the popular ones that people want? Yeah, fork them.
Drank a lot of alcohol back then.
Let's do it.
I don't remember what my MySpace theme was. I killed the brain cells with which I used HTML to make my.
All right, so
I don't know what theme I had. I'm sure there was glitter.
I want to see your old MySpace page, Heather. We need to find it. Let's go.
I want to find it. It'll just be my name. Everything's my name, Heather Larson. You just have to spell it right. Like most people can't get one of those words right. But yeah, it was amazing. Would you be in my top 8, Derek?
Well, I'll tell you what. We can do this. We can add this as a widget for Ditto. We could have people having their top 8s if they want to bring it back. If you want to bring back the top 8, we can do that.
I'm going to put you in my top 8.
I'm
going to put Alex and NK and Morgan. And who else?
At least for a day, right? Like I would spot you for a day, you know?
I'm going to put Walker in the top 8 because he had you and Alex on the Bitcoin podcast. So I'll put Walker in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh my God, what else do we used to do?
I will add that to the list of items. Top 8 is a priority.
Okay, what did we used to write on one another's wall? Because remember there was like this wall that was on like the right side unless you like flipped it back and forth. I don't know. Could we flip? I can't remember.
Yeah, I
I think
don't
mine was on the right
remember.
side. See, the brain cells I had back then are gone. They are ruined. Thankfully, I'm sober
Well, this was
today.
also 20
But
years ago, Heather. This was also 20 years ago. That's
I
like
was using it on
it's
my
like
Dell.
that's like millennia in internet time, okay?
My niece and nephew weren't even born yet. Actually, I think they were. No, oh God.
This is a whole other internet.
And my nephew's about to turn 21. So, wow. Oh, wow. I'm going to need to take the rest of the day off. Bye.
So we have another neat feature in Ditto. We have AI chat built into it.
Mhm.
And it's contextually aware that it's inside Ditto.
What is
so
that?
you can say, "Hey,
What does that mean?
what's AI chat?" It's a chat.
Yeah,
We have a chat bot.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a chat
a
bot
little
in
bubble?
there, and you can
Little bubble in the bottom
talk
right?
to the
Is that what
chat
it is?
bot.
Okay.
It's not on the bottom right like you would see like a help website. We don't have it like that. It's in a
Okay, so
feed. So you would go to like one of the different custom feeds. Like I was saying earlier, you have maybe like a podcast feed where you see Soapbox sessions, and then you have you have a follow pack feed or a music feed, an article feed, all the feeds, photo feeds. So you have an AI chat feed, and it's just a
Oh.
chat, one-on-one chat with an AI chat bot. I guess he doesn't have a name for Ditto. Is it Quilly? I don't know.
We should
We
just
need
call
to
him
give him a
Ditto.
name. Ditto.
Ditto.
Okay. All right.
Ditto squared?
All right. Chatting with
Ditto-
Ditto. Okay.
Ditto
So you're having
Junior?
a chat with your boy D, and you can say, "Hey,
I always like to talk to
I
D.
want my theme to look like whatever." We were talking about what? We were talking about Bitcoin earlier. So you say, "I love Bitcoin. Make me
We
a
need a
Bitcoin
Bitcoin
theme."
theme.
And
Yeah.
boom, it would make you a Bitcoin theme.
Big
Now
orange
you can do so much
theme.
more than that.
It would have
But
green candles.
that's really cool.
Okay,
Oh,
what would
yeah.
a Bitcoin theme have? It would have like orange coin.
Okay, I
It would
like
have,
this.
like,
I like where we're going with this. All right.
candle,
So on green
red
days,
candle.
you would have like green candles everywhere, and red days you have red candles everywhere.
It would
And you
look
can
like,
just
what if we
switch
had
back
the
and forth.
time chain? What if you partnered with the time chain guy and you had like a time chain theme? This is what happens when
Man.
Derek and I start jamming. We start coming up with ideas that might actually be good. People might actually want, but now it's on record on the podcast.
Well,
so now we have to do it.
I think that what you do is you create each of these themes with the AI, and then you just save it so you can swap back and forth.
We could have a treasures theme.
But sure,
for the
it would be cool to have it automated. You could have a treasures theme. Actually, yeah, Chad. Why don't we
Maps.
have a treasures theme?
Can you add
That's
that
a
to
good
the issues
idea.
right now? Put that in
I
the issues.
think there's been like 4 issues we've come up with this show before. I
This
have not
podcast
written any of
creates
them down.
issues.
Like
That should be the tagline. That's the name of the show. This podcast creates issues. Like, that's something
this
that's GitLab
podcast
right now.
creates issues in more ways than one.
We are hell on GitLab.
So, Heather, I have a spoiler. One of the most sought after features of Nostr clients for the past 3 years has been a GIF picker.
What?
And Ditto has a built-in GIF picker. You can pick
Because
emojis,
Lemon built
you can
it.
pick GIFs, and you could pick stickers. We have all of them in.
Not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going to mention
the app.
DMs. I thought you were going to go with the DMs there.
No, we don't have DMs yet. Actually, DMs are like one of the features we don't have.
Maybe the world is better without them.
I will say that we've been discussing what DMs to add. We've talked about NIP 17, and then we had discussions.
A lot of back and forth.
Moving into the Marmot protocol, moving into MLS DMs.
So
because
that's on
Nostr's
the
all about MLS
map.
right now.
Down the road map, maybe the very, very down the road map.
Down the road map. So yeah, we were talking about this last week, and we figured that if with Marmot SDK just hitting the first like official public release, a lot of things being finalized, a lot of people building MLS apps. It sounds like it's a timely move.
Yeah,
but it sounds like it's a timely move. So we'll see. That's the current thought process. It's progressing forward.
I'm glad I asked. I'm asking all the hard-hitting journalism questions here.
Well, another hard-hitting question is we talked about building Cashew directly into the app, because this follows MLS Marmot. It's an AOS.
This is happening.
The Marmot protocol. Well, the AOS has a Marmot protocol pillar, so we want to support them. AOS also has a cashew pillar, so we want to support them. So we're most likely going to bring both of these features in. Lemon's working on the cashew
Why not?
integration right now.
Derek, I want it all. I want all of the features.
I want
all
it
of
all. There's a
I
song
want
about
it
that.
all. I want the everything app to be
Well, I want it all
douchebag
as
Elon's
well.
everything app.
This will
we
be our
have one.
super app.
Yes, like
Well,
we beat
it's a
Elon
super
to
app, but it's
this.
also an other stuff app because it showcases all of the other stuff.
Yes, which is the important
We're
thing.
not so Ditto. We know that we won't be the best experience out there for vines, for podcasts, for music, for articles, right? There are other stuff applications that are built 100% for that. But we'll show that content, we'll allow you to organize it, we'll allow you to choose it, we'll give you a little bit of a taste of it. And then if you want more, then you go to the app that's known for that experience. But we'll showcase it and we'll bring it into the fold.
There you go. And that's the interoperability of it, which still sounds like a jargony word to me, but it just means that everything works in Nostr together, which
But as an other stuff developer, I've struggled to get people to use my apps, but Ditto has events built into it. So right now people don't have to leave their app to look at events. That's beautiful. That's going to automatically get more people using events, which means I'll have more people using Plectos.
We've been working on things like in the background for the last year or so, since before you and I came to Soapbox last summer. And we're seeing the convergence of all of the things that all of the groups of people have been working on. And it all comes into this new version of Ditto, so that you can have video in your app if you want it. If you don't care, you don't care. And you just want to write little, micro blog updates for the rest of your life, you can do that too. This is how customizable it is going forward. And by the way, still no real algorithm, no ads being fed to you, no censorship,
no ads
by some company. There's, this is not still Nostr's not a company. I joke that Derek.
But you know what we do have,
CEO,
Heather?
But what?
We have Magic the Gathering card decks. We have treasures. Yeah. We don't have little blobby pets yet, but we will. We will have all of these cool things and no ads in your face.
And you don't have to have a monthly subscription. Did we mention this is free? Did we mention this is open source? Like Twitter used to be 20 years ago, free and open and so much entertainment. And remember back in the beginning of Twitter, 20 years ago, there were all these other apps that were, incorporated into it. Facebook was the same way. There was Zynga with Farmville, everything worked together. And then one day everybody went corporate and kicked out all of the innovation. Like Nostr's the opposite of that. We keep the innovation flowing.
Back in the day, I didn't use Twitter.com. I used Seismic or Seismic. I don't remember how you said it, but that's what I used to use Twitter. It was a third-party app. I use Seismic every day. That was my Twitter app.
Really? I just use Twitter.
I liked its experience.
Yeah, and the TweetDeck came along at some point, and that just changed our world.
TweetDeck,
and loved it. Yeah, Damas has NoteDeck, and so like we've recreated all of the things that we used to love that got ruined, and now they're unruinable because nobody owns them, and you can just if we all die and the thing goes. The code will still be in GitHub and GitLab and Nostr and wherever else it's backed up. And you can just rebuild it. If Derek and I get hit by a bus tomorrow, go have fun. It still exists. It's still out there. Free and open source.
If we disappear, you can still go to Ditto, download the code, customize it, use it.
That's
build
forever.
Whatever you want on top.
Advance it. Have your bot download the code.
Speaking, have your bot talk to my bot. Another feature we didn't mention. It's a little geeky, but it's really cool. It's called WebXDC. What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
We need to think of a better word for this. Like,
yeah, you do.
I want to call it apps. I don't like WebXDC because that's nerdy and geeky, and nobody knows what the hell that is.
Yeah, that's
But if we rename it apps can be anything because it can be little games, it can be little applications. Okay. But that's what essentially they are.
That was
they're tiny little applications that can run in the browser.
He was playing a game.
So like we were playing Dino, we were playing Quake. Like we need to rename it.
Okay, but specify how you play the game though. The game is like a post. It's like a post in your feed.
Sure. Yes. So if there are games that exist that you can create, you can download, you have to upload this game to Nostr in a post.
Okay.
Once somebody does it, it lives live on Nostr. And if you configure it to do so, it can support like multiplayer. So for example,
Cool.
I can post a Quake game and people can join my Quake game, and Nostr handles the lobby feature. Nostr handles the positioning for people to be able to join the game and interact with one another, going back and forth across relays. So it's kind of relay
You can't
spammy,
do this on Twitter. Like you just can't like upload a game
but
to a post and
sure,
play.
you can't
I don't
use
think people could
relays in that
really
regard.
like. We're selling it short.
I'm
I feel
sorry, you
like.
can't use Twitter in that regard. No, no, no.
Yeah. Like people don't
Well,
even know like
another
how
like
cool this is gonna be.
think of it as logging into a game with
Mhm.
Nostr, having your identity in the game be Nostr, and then the
Mhm.
communication and coordination for us to communicate in the game and play the game happens again through Nostr. So
Yeah.
all of this happens over and with Nostr. It provides a unique, cool experience. I think it's cool, and we're just really touching the surface. Maybe much cooler applications, little micro apps, micro
Yeah.
games, microservices people will build and import to this.
That'll be the
That's
most
cool.
interesting part to see, like, once some new people come in and realize they can build on it, like, what will people make? It'll probably be games. Who knows? It could be music.
Yeah.
We've seen people build a lot of things with Shakespeare since we released that last summer. But, if you have a whole different use case of like, hey, you can build like micro apps for Ditto and make this social experience for you and your friends. Like, I think that'll people will it will appeal to people,
Yeah.
and more new ideas will come in, which is kind of the whole point of what we do here at Soapbox. Like, you can create as a community too,
You know
not
all
just a
those
single
fun
person.
Jackbox games that people play over the internet a lot of times in like Zoom calls or Teams calls, whatnot.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
they'll do these, you don't know Jack type games and question games and Pictionary games. You could, if these games exist, you could port them over to this now and run them over Nostr. Is
yeah,
what can happen. So that's really cool. You just need
it'd be
someone to
fun.
start porting these over. There's an entire existing community out there that is making these types of games and porting them into this protocol. So I think that the merging will continue and we'll see some cool stuff down the
Let the
road.
merging continue. That was like that might have been
The
the
merging
nerdiest thing
will
you said so
continue.
far, except for the
Heather, did we just discover this
WebXDC.
week's title? The merging will continue.
No,
I forget what
I
you
think
said
it's this
earlier, though.
this podcast creates issues.
Yeah, this pod, you know what? We don't know which one it's going to be yet. Those are some good contenders.
There
We'll have
could
to
be some
feel it out as we're
more to come. You
publishing.
never know. You never know. Like,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of issues today that GitLab
We're
can't
only
solve.
40 minutes in. We have 20 more minutes for a new catchphrase to pop.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen here.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
All right, so what other Ditto features do we need to highlight here? We talked about all the different customizations of your feeds, of your content, of your looks. We talked about all the different other stuff components that we are including. There'll be an Android app. Down the road, there might be an iOS app, but right now there is an Android app that's available. The plan is to publish these on the big boy stores, so everybody should be able to find them in the
Yeah.
future.
The big boy stores.
Yeah.
By the way, I think it's worth mentioning that Divine is in Zap Store for those who are Nostr friendly and on Android. It just doesn't hurt to mention that again. If people want to really get into
That's not Big Brother, the Big Brother stores. Zap Store is
not a
not
Big
that,
Brother store.
and Divine is available there.
And ultimately, Divine will be in the Big Brother stores. But right now, you can non-Big Brother.
Ultimately, yeah, I mean, it's in test flight and soon to be beta, but yeah, right now you can find it on Zap Store.
So do that. Have fun.
I didn't mention it, but we have our own like what's hot trending post section in Ditto, so you can go and you can look at posts that are ranked through Nostr NIP 50, what's hot, controversial, rising, so forth like that. Just to give you a little algo if you want a little algo to help
People
with
want to
content
find
and user discovery. So we
things to
do
find.
have this if you want it. It's just not forced upon you as the only metric for you to interact with the content.
We don't force people to do things so that we can feed them ads. We don't do that on Nostr.
If you don't want to click on any of these things, you don't have to.
You have the power
You
of
don't have
choice
to.
and consent again with the internet. Whereas
You do.
it's not been around for decades. You've been force fed everything basically at this point. Like, so come over to Nostr. It's a little bit more fun. A
Come
lot
over
more
to
informative.
Nostr. We have content for you.
We have here's what we don't have. We don't have accounts, okay? You don't have to sign up with your email and put the whole, you don't have to keep track. We do have something to keep track of, obviously, your Nostr identity. But we've explained that on previous podcasts, but I think it bears repeating that like this isn't like a sign in with Google kind of just another freaking internet thing like you've seen 1,000 times. It's gonna be a little bit different.
Different's good. In some other Nostr news, we have an app called Wisp that launched this past week. Wisp is from FOD member UTXO, the webmaster.
What is Wisp?
Wisp is his new Android app. He made this just this past week, largely vibe coded. I'll probably say like mostly vibe coded, but his goal was to create a fast application that did outbox better than Amethyst. He didn't like how.
Does that mean anything to a
Amethyst
normal person though? Like somebody who doesn't know anything about
Yes.
Nostr is like, why do I care? Like, what does this do?
Why do you care?
This is the guts of
He
the
wanted
thing.
to make.
Not really.
I mean, I'm saying technical stuff, but sure, he wanted to make an Android app that was more performant, that performed better.
All right, so we're working on performance. We're working on the guts of Nostr. Okay.
That's what he's working on. He wanted it to be fast and simple, and it is. It's simple. It's a little buggy because it's new.
Yeah.
There are some interesting features in it, but it has all the basic features you want for your standard like Twitter type clone, and that's really all that it is right now. I don't know if it'll eventually add more features than that, but if you just want to have like a microblog experience and have minimal features but get the job done for the features that it does have, that's what he's aiming for. So it launched this past week. It comes with the ICQ as a notification sound, so that was kind of cool. That gave me some nostalgia there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I liked that. I also tried a new chat app this week that I had not heard about. It's called NoSpeak.
Well, I have not heard about this.
Chat. It's a NIP17 DM app, chat app for Nostr. It works decently well. It's a web app, and yeah, it works decently well. I was surprised. I hadn't heard of it yet, but yeah, I would say check it out if you're looking for a desktop DMer. Check it out.
Okay, so you can DM people securely with it. It's called what? NoSpeak?
NoSpeak.chat.
NoSpeak.chat. Finally, you can DM people privately. Allegedly.
I want to start singing No Doubt in my head now.
Don't speak.
Yeah.
The song about a breakup.
There's another.
From the 90s. This is the nostalgia episode. We're getting really
It is the nostalgia episode.
Going back to 1996.
There's another
all the way back.
Nostr app that I just, what is it called? I don't want to say it wrong. Nostria? Nostria. Have you used Nostria, Heather?
Yes, I have. It does a lot of things.
So this has been out for a while now, but I haven't used it in 6 months. 6 months.
Okay.
Like I remember when it was first being worked on 6 months ago. Dude. I checked it out and I was like, and I haven't looked at it since
6
then.
months?
I looked at it.
That's a long time around here. Okay, that's like
it is.
Years, baby. It's
the home feed. It's actually not even a feed. I'll call it just the home page. How it has all the different other stuff, kind of like Ditto, right? It's a bunch of other stuff, but the way it's laid out and organized is really, really cool. I just
very clean.
The home page design is unique. I really liked it.
Yeah, like you can basically, once you find an app you like using in Nostr, because there's so many that give you different experiences. People like Jumble, people like Primal, Damus, Ditto 2 is coming, Nostria, like Iris, the one that Marty Mommy made. I mean, like you can have the experience of your choosing. And if you hate microblogging, you never have to do it. And if you hate photos or videos for some reason, you never have to do that either. Choose your own adventure. That's what Nostr
Choose
is.
your
It's
own
turning into a
adventure. Well,
choose your own adventure book for
Nostria
nerds.
came out with a new version this week, and they launched a
Oh, I haven't checked it out yet.
signer for
Check it out right
your
now.
desktop web browser. So that's how I
I want to.
rediscovered this application. They launched a signer, so now we have a new signer out there. Very cool.
Signer is definitely the thing that you want. Oh, okay. It looks way different now.
Right? Like, it looks
It
cool.
went right
It's
to my
unique.
liked songs. Okay. Let me go back to feeds, following, discover,
Yeah, like,
summary.
I love seeing the innovation in apps that showcase other stuff. That's
Oh
the whole
God, it knows
reason
that
why
I
we're building Ditto.
updated my profile since I logged on last. Okay, if we go to discover, and actually this is a cool feature. I like this discover content where you can go by category: news, digital art, finance, freedom, gaming.
Yeah.
You probably like one or all of those things if you're in the Bitcoin Nostr space. Everybody likes art.
Uh-huh.
Who doesn't like art, right? And then it gives you a people discovery too, which, oh look, it just pops right up with Derek Ross right there. What up? I can follow
There
Derek
he
Ross.
is.
And the rest of it is like not people. It's like NIMS, which welcome to Nostr.
Welcome to Nostr.
Welcome to everybody's a NIM.
But I think that I would say, check it out. It's a nice looking app.
Ew. It loads
check out No
music
Speak as
library.
well. Check out Ditto. Check out all the new
It
apps.
knows
Check
what I
out Wisp if you're
listen
on Android.
to. It knows my playlists.
It
That
knows what
is
you
so.
listen to. Well,
You're
it's
not
all
gonna
public
get that with.
information.
Well, you're not going to get that with Spotify plus Twitter. You're just not. It's like, oh, hey, she listened to Matt Finley and Helene and Strangelove, and like it knows what I did. Oh, it has live streams. This is cool. So like our apps are up leveling very quickly in the Nostriverse, and I like that a lot. You can see what people are doing right now on the people who are live streaming. Oh, this is fun, and they have a premium option too. I see. So that's cool. So like people might actually make money with some of these apps. Like it could happen.
Maybe.
It's not, it's more than a feed. It's more than a social feed now. I'm realizing this as I'm messing with. We're so used to there being a social feed. We're fed something because that's how corporate big tech media makes its ad money. You have to have a feed. Well, now like you can jump out of that. You can with Ditto too, with Nostria. Like life is bigger than the feed. It's all about features. And if I just want to jump on one of these apps and just look at music or live streams, I don't ever have to like engage in a social feed where I have to talk to people. I can just enjoy like other entertainment. That's kind of nice. It's kind of a sudden realization for me there that we can use the internet to our advantage. Hello. That's awesome.
Well, I think this is a good segue. What if the internet was used to your disadvantage?
Well,
That doesn't
that's
sound
like
good.
every day. See, every time I'm on like the Instagram
Well,
or whatever.
There's multiple states. Well, we'll just say multiple places in the world, but there's new states that are making the news this past week that want to push and are pushing age verification. And there's been a lot of talk about age verification in operating systems.
Mm.
Me as a technical person, I don't understand why the software that communicates with my hardware needs to know how old I am.
Right. Well,
Because
you and
that's
I are
just
both
really weird.
You and I, to verify our age anywhere, we have to spin the wheel back to the 1900s. Okay, so like
Sure.
we're probably not in this
But
affected
this just doesn't make any
demographic.
sense.
Well, it creates
So
new problems.
let's spin this towards the Nosterverse here.
Mm-hmm.
So age verification, maybe somehow it comes to operating systems in these specific jurisdictions. So what if in this jurisdiction I'm running a relay? I don't live in this jurisdiction, but the data center that I have happens to be in California, maybe for example.
Okay.
Or a
Makes sense.
person lives in California and uses my relay that is hosted here in Pennsylvania, but they're a user that's in
So
California.
we're crossing jurisdictions now, and maybe that person
What
is
does this mean for me
underage.
as a relay operator? What does this mean
Right.
for me as a Nostr client?
Are you breaking a law? Like, because we have this uncensorable technology
I don't
that
know.
anybody can use, and then what happens? Do the feds come and raid your rack in your house? Do they come get you? Do they shut down your
Yeah, they're gonna
cloud?
come
What
knock on my
happens?
door and say, "Hey, there's a user in California that connected to the Derek Ross relay. You didn't ask their age."
Yeah.
Well, sorry,
that's a
man.
real-
Like, I can't stop people from connecting to a free and open internet.
Because don't you have to be a certain age, at least 18 in Mississippi, for example, I think happened last year. I remember Rabble was posting about it, like, what are relay operators going to do? You know, who's sitting there?
I mean, Nostr's flying under the radar right now, essentially. So, you know,
Yeah.
we're such
Probably
a small footprint.
no kids are using it that we know of. I mean, you know, maybe your
But
kids
this
have
is a
accounts,
real
but do they log
question
on?
at some point.
Yeah,
It's a real
if
question at some
Nostr,
point someone's going to have to have an answer for. I don't know.
yeah, if it becomes popular
I
or
mean,
if
I don't
kids
want.
do, what
I'd
if?
rather say GFY and turn my relay off than have to
Right.
KYC people.
Well, I mean,
So,
look at,
I mean, that's what I
okay,
would do.
kids under 18 in Mississippi, Australia, different parts of the world, they might say, "Oh, I can use Nostr. It's not banning me automatically like Facebook, Twitter, etc. are banning me automatically. So I guess me and my friends are going to go over to Nostr. We're going to use that." That sort of becomes an issue. This becomes more
That's
widespread,
when
and
it be
then
yes.
yeah,
Oh, they're
that
using
could see that
Nostr to
happening.
circumvent. Yeah, then it
Yeah,
becomes an issue. And then relay operators, Blossom operators, client operators, web app operators, whatever.
anybody operating a
If
cloud,
you run a
you know,
portion of the ecosystem, there may come a time soon when someone says, "Hey, you need to do a thing." And like I said, I'm curious what we can all say right now. Sure, I will say go fuck yourself, but that I also don't have infinite wealth to fight a government lawsuit either. So,
right? You're not going
um,
to fight. You're just going
it's
to turn it off.
I'll just turn it off. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's when it comes down to it. And then miraculously, a similar service reappears on Tor. Like,
Or you just run a relay for your household, for your wife and kids, and maybe a couple
well, yeah,
friends, and
like
and
what
must
relay? I'll run
whitelist to
everything over
join.
Tor.
Yeah.
Derek Ross shuts down his relay. Coincidentally, Eric Moss's Tor relay launches. Like,
Eric Moss. Your alter
yeah,
egos.
that's.
Not his bot's name, by the way, but yeah.
I
That's
don't know.
I tried to spin up
I'm
a
telling
relay one
jokes, but
day, and
it's a serious question that some
it is a
people are going to
serious.
have to have.
There's two schools of thought on it, like there is with anything anymore. And who was the guy that wrote the book, The Anxious Generation? I saw him on Bill Maher the other day. He was talking about he has a new book, for children, right? He's targeting the children demographic of like kids helping kids with the internet, and that was interesting. But he's very anti kids being on the internet, and I'm very like, I get that, but I'm also like, there's research that our colleague Liz at AOS did on this subject of there is actually a better way, and she backs it with research of you should have teachable moments with your kids instead of ripping the internet away from them completely. Like that has a negative effect as well. So I like the more balanced take that Liz's research has, where it's like, I don't want my kids on the internet without my oversight, and to be able to talk, through it and have these teachable moments of like, hey, maybe somebody's being a predator against you on the internet. This is where we talk about this rather than you getting triangulated away from me and off to this predator. Like I had these conversations with my kid when Facebook was popular. This was 20 years ago, and she's an adult now. But that was a major issue for us back in the day, because she would just add anybody as her friend on Facebook, and I'm like, you don't know these people. She's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, no, you don't. We don't know that they are actually classmates.
Well, it gets back to being a parent.
Yeah, you have to still parent your children. The internet can't do
be
it
a
for
fucking
you,
parent.
right?
Exactly.
Like you have
Yeah,
those.
we don't have AI parents yet, right? Like,
You say that, but my mind immediately went to probably somebody's doing it.
yeah, I jokingly said this, and I'm like, wait a second, my OpenClaw agent sits in my family chat. I could literally have a parent for I'm joking.
Can you program
I'm not
it to
do
ground
that.
your kid when they do something?
I would like to think I'm a
that,
good parent from time to time, but
if you stay out late,
sure.
you're gonna trigger the bot to punish you. Don't stay out
Now,
late.
see, that's the good parenting that I would do. It would, check my kid's location. And if it's like after 11 p.m. and they're not home, it's going to DM them grounded. Like, see that? Like,
automate your parenting, automate your punishment.
See, now that I could get behind. That sounds fun.
I kind of like that, actually.
Well, my kids are gonna hate me. I'm gonna build this bot to like look at their locations and DM them if they're not home.
Take some of the the drama out of it. It just streamlines the grounding.
Yeah. It's like, complain to the robot. Don't complain to me. You're the one that fucked up.
The robot has created a robust grounding procedure that is automated and streamlined.
Yeah. If you can prompt inject the robot and get out of being grounded, then you won. Then prompt inject the robot, get out of grounding,
I feel like your son's probably 3 months away from being able to know how to do that. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's gonna figure out a way to do this. And if he isn't figuring out a way to do this, maybe
I hope he does.
then my parenting has failed because I want him to do this.
I would unground the shit out of a kid who could figure that out. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
My kid wouldn't.
That's showing your critical thinking, your creativity, and your communication skills. We're getting back to the 3 C's.
I don't think any
that
kid
needs to be
of
rewarded.
mine, not even the niece or the nephew, would figure out how to do that. They still hate AI. Last I checked. I'll check again soon.
Well,
I'll let you know.
We're going to have to answer these questions from verifications and overreaching governments and tech companies at some point. Maybe we just ask the bots to answer for us. I don't know.
I think it's only getting worse. I think this is part of the zoom out bigger picture of if we control the youth, we ultimately control them as adults. If we teach them the internet bad, wrong, you shouldn't use it early on, and they're always going to have a negative view of it, and then they're only going to have a big tech view and a statist view of it, and we're not laying great groundwork here for the future of people who aren't aware that open source is out there and the internet's still free somewhere. We're still working on it. We still have really open AI that's not stalking you and spying, and we do have this other world. We're building it. Can you come join us on Ditto too, and
join us on the fun side?
Use our tools, and they're free. Why do you have to keep signing up for all these things that want to charge you money? To be seen, you have to pay Twitter. This is getting really stupid, and you're the product no matter what, because you either have to pay to be seen on Twitter, or it's feeding you ads, and then Instagram's spying on your location, and Facebook's literally probably eavesdropping.
We're just looking to make the internet fun again.
Yeah,
right.
All the stuff that's been going on has not been fun. But yeah, we're gonna have Ditto, and I have the grunge theme, and that makes me happy. And I'll pin my podcast to it, and it'll feel like it's mine. And that's probably all I need to be happy. But I will still keep creating issues
and you can call it Heather Space.
Heather Space. That's kind of I don't know. That'll be like Cat Lady Space. Me and Morgan will start our own Cat Lady follow pack.
I just had an interesting idea. I'm not going to give it away because it's a business idea. I like it. Yeah.
He's keeping it under his hat.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
All
right, Derek.
Well,
all right, go to Austin,
we are
buddy.
out of time coincidentally anyways.
Right. You got to get packed for Austin.
There's some AI stuff I wanted to talk about, but maybe we can hit it up next week.
There's always going to be AI stuff to talk about. We'll never run out, bro. It's all good. So have a good, fun time in Austin, and I want to hear how it goes. I want a full report, full details.
We're gonna be taking over the world, one decentralized city at a time. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds provocative, so we're gonna do it.
Put lots of divines on Divine. Heather and Derek, see you at South by Southwest.